welcome to Stitches and Sundries. This is Flosstube number 28. Woo-hoo. We are a stitchy podcast about cross-stitch and sewing and other fun, crafty bits. Sometimes about house renovation, sometimes about weddings, most times about Halloween.
Mostly Halloween.
Yeah.
We are dressed for the season.
Yeah.
Look at us going.
So, I feel like we've been pretty productive. I'm behind on some stuff, but we did okay. Seeing as what's going on in our lives.
I have done like no stitching. It's real bad. It's real bad, guys. But I have some house renovations I've been doing that are...
You've been doing a huge amount of house renovations.
Yeah. So we're bought the house on 9/30 and we're trying to get moved in before Halloween. I'm hoping for the 22nd, 23rd weekend of October to be moved in.
Not bad.
Or at least putting furniture in.
Yeah, we're not getting it to not. Yeah, at least getting it to be. Maybe start with a bed so you're not sleeping on air mattresses.
Yeah,
go from there.
Well, I mean, right now we're not living at the house. We're kind of camping there every now and then.
Yeah.
So this past week we did hardwood floors. So we sanded, we cleaned, sanded, cleaned, stained, polyed, all the stuff. And now the floors are dry, but they have a cure time of 7 days. So we can't do much for this current week.
I gotta show off. This is a before and after picture she showed me. Like, this is ridiculous how nice these look.
Yeah, the floors were really bad before. And I thought at one point that we could just live with it for a while. And I'm so glad we did the floors before, because now that I see how much sawdust is created, like... We put up the tape curtain and everything, and there's still like crazy amounts of sawdust in the kitchen, crazy amount on the staircases, and like on the trim. The house has white trim. All of the trim is yellow right now because it's just coated in sawdust that hasn't come up yet.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
It's gonna be a project just to get the sawdust up.
Oh God.
But the floors look amazing.
They do.
And I am exhausted. I've been working on them for the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, because let's think here. So I was supposed to go over, I think, last weekend and help paint, because originally the plans have changed every day depending on who's available and what you can do and equipment and stuff. And so I go over and you're like, you said the day before, like, we're not painting, just come over and hang out.
Just get a tour.
And so I came over and you guys were in the middle, and I'm like, wow, these floors are looking pretty good, like better already, like they were sanded in a lot of spaces. And then I think you showed me like a corner of a room where they had not been touched yet, and I was like, oh my, like, you guys have done 1,000% of work already. They were so gluey. They must sticky.
Somebody must have removed carpet and just left the carpet glue on top and then walked on it, and so the carpet glue was all gunked up and
Can you imagine walking on that? Just that's absolutely what happened. Because you can see the lines of the glue, and you can see all the lint and dust and crap that had just over time worn it into something. But can you imagine walking on that every day? It's the bottom of your feet just getting covered in carpet glue.
No.
So, yeah,
it was rough, but the floors are stained and polyed now, beautiful. So you can walk on them. But they're not. The can says like light traffic, so. For the current week, we're not doing too much until Friday. Friday, we're going to, and maybe in between there, maybe Wednesday or Thursday, we're going to patch holes and sand that off. And then Friday, we're going to start priming. Mm-hmm. And then Saturday and Sunday, we're going to be painting.
Of which I will be there.
I have no idea how long painting is going to take. We are painting.
Who knows?
The dining room, the bedroom, the office. And I don't know if we're going to be doing the upstairs at that point, or if the upstairs will be a later project.
Yeah, you could get away with doing that later because it's one room.
The upstairs needs drywall attention.
Yeah.
Actually, there's some contention between the two people I've had look at it of whether it's even drywall or plaster walls. One person says plaster, one person says drywall, and I'm like, I don't know. But here's what I do know: if you treat drywall like plaster, you're fine. But if you treat plaster like drywall,
you're fucked.
You could screw things up. Because, like, drywall, you can hammer into. Plaster, you use a hammer on that, and you're messing stuff up.
Cracks just going everywhere. Yeah.
Luckily, it's not plaster and lath. It's plaster and sheetrock. So I don't know what that means, but somebody told me that's better. So
Good job.
I'm just like, whatever.
You're doing historical restoration at this point.
Sort of. I mean, we really aren't. I mean, sanding the floors was a big job,
Yeah.
but we're really not doing much more than that other than we've sanded, we're replacing missing trim. There's literally the previous owners took trim off and didn't replace it, and we don't know where the trim is.
Hold on to it. It's just gone.
There's some in the basement, but we don't know if it's reusable, so we're going to look at that, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. But we're just
big project.
Sanding, staining, sealing, and then painting walls, and then we're putting furniture down. So it's not like a whole reno. We're not gutting anything.
Right.
I mean, I guess sanding the floors might be gutting the floors.
You're restoring it.
Yeah.
It's not gutting. It's just.
But I have pumpkins on the front porch. And I found, I had some Halloween kitchen towels. So I put those out. I have one with a ghost. It's black with a white ghost. And one that's orange with a black bat. And it says, boo. So that's hanging on my stove. So I've decorated for Halloween. That's probably all we've got.
Yeah, but by the time you're actually moved in and can enjoy it, it'll be over. So.
Yeah. Jason's hoping that we can be there for trick-or-treaters.
That would be nice. That would be nice.
We might be set up for that. We can put furniture down for that, so we should be able to, if nothing else, because we don't have a couch. So if nothing else, we have accent chairs. We're just going to be living on accent chairs for a while.
There you go.
But anyway, this is the Stitchy Podcast.
This is Stitchy Podcast.
Not about historical home renovations.
I don't have a ton of updates either. We went on vacation this past week, and I thought, I'll have lots of time to sit and stitch, and we'll relax. And I did, but man, stitching in a hotel room when there's not like good light and no space to sit, it was a very small room, and just like, I freaking cricked my neck like night 2 trying to put 17 pillows on the bed properly to like support my back. It just didn't work out. So I didn't get as much done as I wanted to, but I do have progress.
I've done 2 things, and one of them is a barely there thing.
Do you want to do that one first?
This one?
No, this one.
This one. Okay.
We'll do the cryptids together.
Okay. So.
Oh, wait.
What?
Should I talk about my finish first?
Oh, yeah. Talk about your finish.
Let me show you my fully finished object.
Look at that thing. That looks so good. This is
Halloween Ouija by a Tiny Modernist. I stitched it earlier this year. I've been trying to get it in a frame. But I'm now super happy. There's glass in this frame, but I didn't put it in because it's so glary on this podcast. So there will be glass in it. But now, so this frame I thrifted from, I think it's Retails in Morgantown. It's a thrift store in Morgantown. And it had this picture in it. You can see through my laces there. This really crappy, like, little girl holding flowers, holding a cat. But it was perfectly sized. Look how perfect that sizing is.
Yeah,
the edging is just fantastic.
Perfect.
And
it was a hideous gold too.
It was a hideous
90s
frame.
Gold frame.
Yeah, it had this I think it was green, but not a pretty green, and I think it had flowers painted on this inside, and then this was like gold. It was actually a pretty fun thing to put together because, so my original intention was to paint it all black and then paint this little carved molding gold.
Mm-hmm.
And that did not work out. First of all, I asked my sister, hey, she paints all the time. And I was like, hey, next time you're down in your like paint room, spray paint my frame black. And she thought she did, and she actually spray painted it. This is walnut brown, which is a very dark brown. I think it looks black, but she tells me it's brown.
I think it looks black. I do not see the brown.
And then I went to paint these little filigrees. And it was a nightmare. I couldn't keep my hand steady enough to do it. It looked awful. And so I was just wiping down the paint and taking it off. And I just needed to take off the gold. And I was like, okay, well, how do I take off this crappy gold I did? The paint I was using was too translucent.
Mm-hmm.
It would have taken several layers to build it up to look solid gold.
Mm-hmm.
So I just got some alcohol and was trying to wipe off the gold carefully. And instead I wiped off and you could see the gold underneath. And I think that is so much better.
Yeah.
It looks distressed
amazing.
and cool and fan-freaking-tastic. So I was super happy with that. And then, after I did all that and it looked great, the second thing that didn't work out but turned out great happened. I went to clear coat it, and it caused all this crackling. Let me see if I can get a good... You can see all this crackling in there on the edging. And it turns out that the clear coat I was using, you can't put on a thick layer of it. And because of the way I did it, I just like sprayed and then was like, oh, I kind of missed a spot. Went back a second time instead of letting it dry. You can't put a second pass on it. It just did not want a second pass. And it caused all of the paint to bubble, but only right there, so it looks intentional. It looks intentional.
But then you had to go back and double spray everything.
Yeah, then I had to go back and double spray and like catch all the spots and like leave puddles of clear coat so that would cause the stuff to crackle.
It looks great. It came out awesome.
Turned out super awesome. It is going to look great on my wall, my Halloweeny wall. I'm super happy.
That's one of those, like, what is that, a happy little accident?
Yeah, happy little accidents. Bob Ross was with us that day. And so, I'm happy. So that is my fully finished object. It's another one up on the wall, which I am always happy about. I love getting to actually use the stuff I make, which is nice. Just nice. All right. So what have you been working on?
So I did a bit to The Life is a Game by Choco Coco Stitches. So you guys have seen the word life, and I'm working on the Pac-Man eye.
Oh yeah, you've made some real progress on that.
I got 2 of the little guys, and I don't remember their names. Jason knows them, but I do not.
Let me see here. Well, the orange is Clyde.
Is this Inky?
I think that's Inky, yeah.
There's Inky, Blinky.
Inky, Blinky, Pinky, and Clyde.
Pinky and Clyde, yeah.
Pinky is pink, so that's easy.
So the red one is also on here.
Yeah.
Is that Blinky?
That's got to be.
Inky, Blinky. I don't know. I don't know.
Pinky. Might be Pinky. Can't remember.
But anyway, I've been stitching.
It's looking really great. That blue really pops on that black.
Yeah, it looks really good. This is what I added on here was about 200 stitches.
Damn.
So it doesn't look like much, but man, it is big. So it takes some stitching.
Yeah.
And it's going really well, and I'm really enjoying it. Jason's really excited every time I get it out. He's like, working on my thing. Sort of like Sarah.
Yeah. That is really coming along.
Yeah, I'm super happy with it.
I love how each one, like, I get that each one is like a different game and totally, but they also kept the colors constantly changing up, so it really pops. Like, nothing looks too samey.
And they did a good job of, like, I don't know, like, almost coordinating the games so, like, that they while they pop on the fabric, they still flow together.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I really like this piece. I'm super excited. Every time you get to a new letter, it's like a whole new video game.
It's very exciting.
It's a whole new video game.
I think the next letter is Tetris.
Yeah.
That's my favorite game. I love Tetris. I suck at it. It's terrible. But I love it. So, anyway, this is going.
It's coming along.
And it's going to be framed up and in our house and also be used for our wedding. For one photo with our wedding. So, that's everything. That's pretty, well, no, I have one more thing. Never mind.
Yeah, you have one more.
One more.
All right, so let me see here. Let me find a thing. The one I am working on is The Haunted Mansion by Tiny Modernist.
Ooh.
She is pretty much one of my favorite people to stitch. She's super great. That's what it's going to look like. And I have made some progress. I'm now a little more behind than I would like to be. I'm hoping to get 2 done this week. We shall see if I can dedicate myself enough time to it. So, so I finished up the vampire room up here. So now I have the majority of the house done. There's a small like tower piece up here, and that is it. The house will be complete. Woohoo! So it is coming along really, really nicely.
And then there's a whole scene over here.
Yeah, so there's another tree. Put it back here. Another tree like this over on this side. The thing I'm tackling now is the moon
Oh, you're gonna hate it.
I know. I thought I couldn't leave it to last. I almost thought of leaving it to last. And I was like, if you do that, you're gonna hate yourself. So just do it now. So I started on the moon there. I got the little top of the house done, the little fencing. And then I'll have the moon, and there's some bats and some stars and stuff.
Yeah.
This section over here is gonna be really small. It's like the tower and a ghost and some stars. So I think I'm hoping to get the whole top done this week.
Ooh. Ambition.
I know.
I have no idea what I'll be getting done.
I shouldn't have chaos this week.
I might be able to get some stuff done because we have to wait on the floors.
Yeah, you have to wait on floors.
Yeah.
Totally have to wait on floors.
But in the meantime, I have to get trim ready for the floors. So there's some stuff to do.
Yeah. I did get the little vampire done in the hotel room. I freaking love him. He is so cute. And he has a nose. I don't know if you can see in there.
Oh.
Get him to focus. Put our heads. He has a little nose, and then I was like, wait, none of the other ones have noses. I had to go back through all my patterns. I was like, do any of you have noses? Did I miss noses on every single person?
So did you go back through and add noses?
No, they don't have one. I don't know why he has a nose and nobody else does. Explain that, Tiny Modernist.
Well, the skellies have nose.
They have big holes for noses.
That's a nose.
But he was really fun. But I was like sitting there, and I was sitting on the side of the bed because every hotel room I found in DC, we went to Washington DC for our vacation, was very small. Like they're all small rooms because they're all in like old buildings and stuff like that. And or you're gonna pay out the yin yang for like a suite. And the hotel we chose, which was a historic hotel, was really nice. They only had single beds. So like there's no room with like two twins. You either got a room with a queen or a room with a king, period. And so I'm like, had pulled a lamp out of the wall to put it right here, and I just was like slowly drifting off the bed constantly. I was just like slowly like trying to get the light right, and so I would just like slowly work my way off the bed and then reset and then slowly work my way off the bed. And so I was like, I started on the moon, and I was like, I can't keep track. There's too much modeling of different colors. It's like I can't keep track while I'm sitting here and doing this. So I started a different project there. But I'm hoping to really get that done. He's really cute. Look at him, little cape. Yeah. So
that whole piece is adorable.
Done. I know. It's Tiny Modernist. And she keeps posting stuff. She's like, Halloween stitch along this time. And then Sarah has sent me, it was my birthday recently, and I told her, like, don't buy me any cross stitch patterns because I know what I like, and just like give me an Etsy gift card if you want to like get me something like that. But like sometimes people don't exactly know what your taste is and stuff. So I was like, just don't buy me hot cross stitch patterns. I'm perfectly fine.
Don't buy you a floral duck scene.
Yeah, don't buy me a floral duck scene. Which she wouldn't have. But then so apparently all the ones she was gonna buy me, she like showed them to me, and they're all the Witchy Stitcher like haunted house. I'm like, I'm glad I told you, because if I had gotten another haunted house right now, I might have screamed. But I love them all, so I will be doing.
Was it the Chopping Mall?
It was the Chopping Mall and the Universal Horror, which is great. I will be doing them eventually, so I'm super happy.
I think the Chopping Mall will be really cool.
The Chopping Mall one. Sarah's the reason she wanted to give it to me for my birthday, so I would stitch it for her.
Well, that's not fair.
And now I can fold it and I can see him there.
So are you on Cryptids next?
I am on Cryptids next. I have made minor progress. I'm not keeping up with that one as well as I should.
What one are you on?
I finished. Let me get my thing out. Okay, so I finished. We're working on the Cryptid style by the Witchy Stitcher. One of my favorites. And she's released 2 new cryptids, and I haven't done either of them yet, so. It was the Jersey Devil.
I didn't see the next one.
You didn't see? You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
It's a chupacabra.
Oh.
And he's cute. So, ready? Yeah. Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, it's happening.
Yeah, it's getting there.
There's stuff.
There's stuff. So I finished up my Fresno night crawlers. They're completely done. And They look so cute and happy there. They look like they could dance. And I started on the Enfield Horror. I got his frame completely done.
And I have him done.
Yeah, you have him basically done. I think
I just...
eyeballs and little chest ruff thingy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just have the, like, I haven't been doing the color in the corners.
Yeah.
Because I'm not...
It's such little junk.
Well, with everything moving around right now, I have no place to put my little snips.
Yeah.
That can be used again. And since they're the same color, I'm pretty sure they're the same color.
Are you not doing your back stitching either? Like until the end?
What back stitching?
Like Mothman has antennas. They get outlined.
No.
Him have little feet.
No, I didn't do my back stitching
okay,
either.
that'll go at the end.
But anyway, I was saving all these little corners because I think they're all the same color.
Yeah, they are.
I've been actually traveling with the knitting, and it's not even all the time between houses. Right now, it might even be just between upstairs and downstairs.
Right.
And I have nowhere to safely maintain in my bag the snip that could be reused from piece to piece.
Yeah.
So I'm out. I did Mothman here, and I was gonna do this, and I'm like, wait, if this is the same color as this,
yeah, I'm
gonna have a whole wasted yarn or string. So I decided to just wait on those till the end.
Yeah.
I might go back and do my back stitching though, because that'll be a nightmare. Maybe I didn't do my back stitching because I don't know how to get it to show up in Pattern Keeper.
Oh, it doesn't show up in Pattern Keeper.
Oh, you have to check the pattern.
You have to check the pattern.
That's definitely why I did not know there was back
definitely
stitching.
Why. Yeah, even like the little skulls get an outline to kind of like make them pop.
I'm gonna have to check Life as a Game. I don't think it has back stitching.
I don't think
nothing in there
should.
should.
I don't think it does.
But I'll have to check my other patterns because I never I've just done everything in Pattern Keeper and I have not looked at a pattern.
I think
the one that I know has back stitching that I've been working on is the that Nia Rind Love is Love.
Yeah,
thing.
it does.
That one has a lot of back stitching, and I did some of it as I was going.
Well, I wanted to bring this up because I wanted to show you. Oh, I got a long end there. I remember talking about this and how I was going to do all the dots on all the stars around Fresno Nightcrawler.
Yeah. Did you do each one individually?
I did each one individually.
Oh,
because I tried. You could see it so bad. Like, you guys can see, you can see my shirt through this fabric. Like, this fabric is so freaking transparent. So, I was just like, I can't do it. We'll do one. So,
let me see.
Stitched one. Snipped. Knotted. Stitched one. Knotted. Snipped. Stitched one. Knotted. Snipped.
Oh my gosh. So, what kind of knot did you do on the back? Did you just, tie it?
I just went under, through, and tightened it, and then under, through, and did that twice. Just going under the stitch I had just stitched, this one little stitch, going under and tying it, basically knotting it to itself.
Such a butt.
Yeah. But if you put an outline on those night crawlers, they will really pop nicely.
Yeah. I will do the back stitching. I just didn't check the pattern.
No, yeah, but now that I see it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's probably also going to help you a lot.
Yeah,
so I started my Enfield Horror. I still need to bring my thing down a little more, but then I think
I'm not down all the way. Where are the other guys? Are they
Jersey Devil is here.
Oh no, is the next one below it?
I can't remember if it is over here or if it's even further in. It might be further in.
I don't have my frame. This frame is a piece.
Yeah, the frame is humongous, but it is very 3 3 3 4 5 4 3 3 3 4 5 4 3 3 3. That's the whole pattern. It's so
Your
easy.
brain works like that. Mine does not. I did not see the pattern. I'm just constantly checking where I'm at. Well, I haven't stitched the moons yet either.
Oh yeah. Yeah, putting on the moons helps a little bit because you can see wherever you get a repeat.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's coming along. I'm loving this. It's very cute. Every time a pattern is released, I get to send it to Sarah.
Can't wait for it to be finished and framed and in my new house. I don't care if I don't finish it until after Christmas. It's good.
Oh, no. I think the freaking stitch along goes until January. So, she will be releasing patterns until January. So
it goes until January? Holy cow.
I think so. There's 18 of these. And she does put several breaks in.
Well, that's nice. I'm going to need it.
I think she even puts in a pretty big holiday break.
Ooh.
Because she knows people, and she's a smart lady.
Hopefully by the holidays I moved into my house and I can like take advantage of her little time. Yeah. So that's everything I have. I got nothing.
I have. Oh, I have to show. For my birthday, I have a little acquisition. My sister did get me some of the cutest needle minders ever.
Cute.
It's a little ghost with little arms.
Ghostly arms.
She's gotten me several needle minders from this Caffeinated Cat Crafts on Etsy. And every single one has been amazing. The magnets
are really good.
Are like freaking... Let me see if I can get one to stick. Oh, there's the wrong direction. The magnets will go through my finger. It will just hold on there through my finger. They're that strong.
That's awesome.
So I will not lose a ghost.
I need more needle minders.
Super cute. And the other one she got me is from Ginger Stitch AU, which I think you have stitched a pattern from her.
Yeah. I don't know which one. Ginger Stitch AU? Yes, I have.
Was that the Nightmare? No.
Maybe. Was it Nightmare?
Might have been Nightmare. Nightmare Before Christmas?
Maybe. I have stitched something from that shop.
We stitched something. Yeah.
It was either that or Mario, because I'm pretty sure those are the only thing.
It was Mario.
Okay.
You're right.
I don't know.
But she got me this little needle minder. It's a little tarot card called the Stitcher. It's very cute. I've seen this sold. I've seen this one sold in a couple different shops, but it is super great magnet. Very nice. Very nice size for a needle minder.
Back. Okay.
And,
we lost the camera for a minute.
Well, thank you. Yeah, so this shop, if you have any basically stitchy needs, fantastic shop. So, those are my gifts, my little stitchy gifts. I also got some stuff for Dungeons and Dragons, which is our favorite game, and all kinds of fun stuff. And we have been to 2 game stores since then, and at every game store I'm like, oh, this thing looks cool, and she's like, present. And she takes it from me. I'm like, I think I'm done with my birthday, thank you. I can buy my own stuff. So
you are very spoiled.
I'm very spoiled. I'm very lucky. Sarah stopped in, we were going grocery shopping. She stopped in at my work, and then we took my car over to do grocery shopping. So she came inside and met some people.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's like, oh, we've heard so much about you. And Sarah looks at me like,
oh God, what'd you say?
And they're like, oh no, she brags all the time that she doesn't have to do housework, yard work, anything. Because people at work complain, they're like, oh God, my husband never takes out the trash. I'm like, I've never taken trash out. I've never washed a window. I don't do laundry. I don't do anything. I'm so spoiled. So I'm very lucky.
You are very lucky.
So that's all I have, my little acquisitions. So
it's everything I have. I have no acquisitions. Except for this shirt. I did buy this shirt recently.
It's very cute.
This is a Walmart pajama shirt.
I have Halloween fingernails, if that matters.
Yeah. We're very spooktacular.
I'm ready. All right, guys. Well, we will be back in the future. Life is life and things happen, but we will be back, and we'll have more project updates. See you next time.
Bye, guys.